Hey there, bronies and Pegasisters! This is Sandwave, and you're listening to Radio is Magic!
Hey everybody, welcome to Radio is Magic. And guess what? This is also our first episode! Oh my gosh. I'm DJ Jack, the guy in red. To my left here, I have Seiji, Chickadee, and on the TV box, can you hear us, man?
I can. Can you see me? Am I heard? Am I seen?
I don't know, I think someone messed with the...
I'll fix it.
No! Oh, God!
I am
Does that
being
work?
rattled.
Always here to cause a problem.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Or fix
Well,
them
we
with
can't have
violence.
nice things. You broke the last one. Why do you have to give me a heart attack all the time?
Well, listen, the last one had a problem with the vertical hold, which it was an HD TV. That shouldn't even be a problem. So then you replace it with this one? Oh, come on.
It's
Come
not like our
on.
budget's infinite, like bottomless budget. No.
Don't
Well,
forget, we
should-
also had to replace your chair.
Well, it's because you said something stupid and I had to throw it at you.
But...
I am very much amused.
Well, welcome to the show, guys. This is a game show. Surprise, surprise. We're here to actually answer your questions that you, lovely listeners, will be sending in. That is recorded here in, the Radio's Magic Entertainment's radio studio, which is...
I'm gonna play games? I love games.
Oh my god, can we play Monopoly? Can I be the race car?
No.
That's my favorite.
No.
But the race car?
No.
Thimble!
No.
Space Monopoly.
There's no
DJ
Monopoly.
Jack.
You said it was a game show. Why are you lying to us?
I'm gonna
Okay,
laugh if I...
and it
Do I have to
is...
throw my new chair at you?
Please
no,
don't.
Buy an
no, we
arc.
just got the new chair. No, it's our first show. Please, please. No throwing chairs today, please. Please.
All right, okay.
Are you
I
guys
will
done?
hold off because you asked me nicely.
So, guys, who is the best pony?
I am.
Stages.
What?
Don't you remember that poll from so long ago? You were
Yeah,
polled best
I
pony
like
by a
that answer
landslide.
No, I have no recollection of this poll of which you speak.
Oh, come on. You remember it. You got, like, a present from Vegeta for it.
She did?
No.
Yes. Veggie, back me up here.
I don't think we're supposed to be discussing this.
Wait. What
This
do you-
is
what do you mean?
entirely
Or
off.
something?
That was entirely off the record.
Oh,
It was?
Shush.
sorry. Stages
Wait,
best
we
pony
have records?
on the poll.
Well, technically now, though it's not that actually been on the show, it's on the record. So,
Yeah.
does it make it, well, it's supposed to be off the record now, on the record?
It was a record that I broke into pieces.
Just like all the things you touch. But I still love you.
You are why we can't have nice things.
No, Jack is the
It's
reason
a
we
point
can't
that
have
has
nice
to be driven
things.
home.
Because 95% of the things I break is because of something he did.
What's the other 5%?
That's when I break windows when I try to, crush a fly, and I just miss.
All right, so good first test question. Okay, so these next few questions are going to count. So how about let's say this. For the first question, that's actually going to count now, folks. What do you think the prize should be for these shows?
A day of paid leave.
We pay people?
I was gonna say, can you just pay us? Can pay be the prize?
Sorry, I can't hear you, from a foot away.
Hey!
What?
Pay us! You don't pay us! Pay us!
I pay you with...
Slave labor.
I'm thinking, getting paid is the better answer so far.
You will be paid in hot dogs.
That works. Hot dogs is okay.
Hot dogs, eternal adoration.
How
Hot
about
dogs.
this? The person who wins gets to ask me any kind of question which I must answer.
Ooh, I like this one.
With the evil things I will do.
Any question?
Any question.
Hey!
Age appropriate. This is a family show.
Aww.
All right. So, first question. In a fist fight, who would win? King Kong or Godzilla?
King Kong because Godzilla has tiny arms.
In a fist fight, Godzilla would win.
Oh, well. Oh,
Why?
okay.
Because King Kong's only about 25 feet tall.
Oh, good point, yeah.
Size doesn't matter.
It does whenever, 25 feet to 327 feet. So, it kind of does matter in a fist
I think
fight.
it's still a fair fight.
My question is, if he's that big and King Kong is so small and he has such tiny arms, would he be able to reach King Kong in order to punch him?
He wouldn't have to.
Ah,
But if it's a
It's-
fist fight...
I was imagining
True.
the T-Rex style
Godzilla's
Godzilla
not going
with
to fight
tiny
fair.
arms.
Because King Kong will eventually wear himself out and die of radiation poisoning.
I'm going to side with Godzilla if it's just a fight, but if it's regimented, it has to be fist fight. You only get points if you use your hands. I'd have to give it to King Kong just because of being shorter. You can at least hit the leg and still get points.
Yeah, he can like hit his shin and then knock Godzilla over, and Godzilla will destroy a bunch of buildings.
I don't know. I have no
It
intent
would be
to.
awesome. Like
have
Godzilla would
no-
fall like and just fall down and like destroy half of Tokyo.
I still stand by my answer.
That size matters.
Yes, because King Kong is going to stand there and repeatedly punch Godzilla in the foot. Considering he's taken, ungodly number of missiles to the face and every other part of his body and just walks on through like nothing ever happened, a punch from a 25-foot-tall gorilla isn't going to do anything more than that. Eventually, King Kong will wear himself out and die of radiation poisoning because Godzilla still exudes that radioactive aura.
It sounds like if you've been researching this.
He's been watching all the Godzilla movies. He like owns the entire series, don't you?
Really?
I'm like 9 short of owning every Godzilla movie.
Well, I think for this round, though, I will have to award Seiji the point, only because she points out the valid fact that this is a fist fight. So you take away everything else, tail, fire, big ol' size. King Kong will be doing most of the punching, even though he may lose in the end.
I said that first.
Seiji?
Woo! Tiny
I
little
win.
arms.
Wait, what? I don't know. I feel I'm at an extreme disadvantage here because I know nothing about King Kong or Godzilla other than the general knowledge that everybody has about them. So I'm kind of just like,
I know when I imagine Godzilla, I imagine like a giant T-Rex style Godzilla, and so then I see the tiny like little arms, and I'm like, okay, well, how can he fist fight anybody? He probably just, like,
Okay. Chicky to point as well. Pad
Yay.
and Veggie, you're still on the last. Next
A-
question.
A chickie to point.
A point to Chicky.
Mayor
There
power.
you go.
Mayor power.
Next question. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Go.
All of
Pie.
it.
All of it? 5.
of it.
I got 5 from Seiji. Chicky.
No, my
I
answer's
think-
not 5. My answer is pie.
Pie. Oh, I thought you said 5.
Pie is her answer.
Pie. Got
What kind
it.
of pie? This is important. This is critical.
Cherry pie.
Well, if a woodchuck could chuck wood, and he really wanted to, and he hadn't been able to chuck wood before, he'd probably have like some sort of existential, amazing explosion of revolutionariness that he'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I can chuck wood now for the first time in my life. I've always wanted to chuck wood my entire life, and now I can chuck wood. This is amazing!" And so he took all the wood he could possibly chuck for the next 12 hours, and he wouldn't stop until he collapsed over a heap of wood. And he probably wouldn't wake up for another day or so because he'd be so tired from chucking wood. And that's what would happen.
Pad, what do you got?
I said all of it.
All of it.
Yeah,
Got
it was
it.
like the first explosive answer was all of it.
And Veggie?
Just because a woodchuck could chuck wood does not mean he actually would. So none of it.
None of it. So I have pie, long-winded rant, all of it, and none of it.
What do you mean long-winded rant? It was. I made a very valid argument as to whether or not this woodchuck would chuck wood, and how much wood he would chuck, and why he would chuck it.
Hey,
Guys,
hey,
guys,
hey.
guys,
I'm just the
guys.
judge here.
Guys, pie. Come on, pie.
She does
The
make a
woodchuck
valid
would
point.
Cherry wood pie
The
sounds very
woodch-
appetizing. I'm sorry.
The woodchuck would eat pie and then not chuck any of the wood, so the answer would still be none.
Okay. You all make very valid points, but I think this one's going to go to Pad Say for being Canadian.
What?
What?
How does that even?
And close shenanigans. That has something to do with.
Hey.
Don't question the judge.
All right. Next question.
We need a referee.
What
Okay.
is your zombie plan?
My zombie plan?
Your zombie plan. As in, when the zombie apocalypse happens, what is your plan in counter to it?
My plan is very, very unique. As in, my intention is to not survive the apocalypse, but to end it.
Oh.
Because it's not going anywhere on its own. Studies have shown that once the first zombie is infected, it could be at least 20 to 25 years before the final zombie goes inactive, if ever, which means this infection is not going anywhere on its own. It's time to fight back. I will go from small town to small town, gathering munitions and supplies, killing every single zombie that I find, resting in secured areas that I will secure myself, going from military installation to military installation that I can get to that have been obviously already been overrun, and collect supplies. I will kill them all. And of course avoiding major cities. I'll let the government nuke those.
Wow.
Now, I have one question with that, though. There are quite a few military installations that are within major cities. What then?
Then I'll avoid those.
But those are normally like the bigger bases with the more armaments.
Yes, well, I have to stick with what I can physically carry. So
See, here's the problem, though.
Tank.
If they nuke the cities, and zombies survive the nuking, then you have radioactive zombies. That's even worse.
the radioactivity will continue to dissolve away at their flesh, and they will die a much faster death.
All right. I guess it's already been said I am Canadian, so I'm already halfway up north. So I plan on making a pit stop by, my local military base, seeing if I can get a weapon or two and maybe some ammo, and keep going north. Because the zombies, how I've always known as zombies, do not have proper body functioning. They cannot regulate their body heat, so if I go far enough north, they won't be able to come get me. But I stay far enough south where it's just kind of that cusp, and I can at least get a couple good headshots.
Very well thought out.
Yeah.
Zombies cannot properly function in the extreme cold and would actually freeze. Now, granted, if they get frozen, they're still not dead. God forbid they ever get thawed out.
No, that's why you still go for the headshot. But the beauty of it is where I am, in winter, it still gets down to minus 40 degrees. Pick your scale, minus 40 is minus 40. It's bloody cold.
Good point. Chicka.
I think I'm gonna go with pad save.
Wait, that's just your plan?
Yep.
Gonna go with pad save. Okay!
Look at what he's doing.
All right.
How do you feel about this pad?
Well,
You come too. We can all eat whale blubber and seal in igloos and tell stories of tales of old while we, in the daytime shoot headshots of frozen zombies.
we might need to get like a tour bus or something, because I only got like a tiny little car, and I have to bring my
What
wife.
happens if we run out of ammunition though? We probably need to get more.
Well, there should be a base nearby, hopefully soon, and they might have something. Or you can always come down a little south and try to talk to some farmers.
We could live the life of the I forgot what it's called.
Frontiersmen.
We can live the life of the nomadic zombie killer.
Yes, and the northern dwelling peoples who live in igloos. Eskimos. We can all become Eskimos.
Frontiersmen Eskimos who
All
hunt
right.
zombies.
Okay, so, Sage, what's your plan?
Panic.
Panic!
Simple and plain. For 3 good reasons. 1, I am vastly incapable of anything athletic and probably cannot shoot a real gun to save my life. 2, I am nowhere near anybody who is capable of doing such things. 3, I panic when I see, a spider. So, seeing a flesh-eating zombie monster horde would probably make me piss my pants and, panic a lot.
You should come with us.
How? You guys are a million billion miles away.
No,
This is
here's
true.
the plan. We can have Vegeta in his travels come up to you and then work his way up north with you in tow so that he can protect you as we go all the way up north, and he'll drop you off with me and Pat Save in Canada. And then he can go on his merry way.
Wait a second here. Wait a second. But Veggie is on the other side of the country.
He's going to work his way around the country.
I will. It's the intention. Like I said, I'm going to end it. I can't very well end it if I stay where I am.
Good
He's
point.
going to travel around the whole world. Killing
All right, points time. I think I'm going to go with giving Veggie the point this round, only because Veggie is actually going to end the apocalypse while you guys are just going to sit there and stall.
You know what? I'm calling it right now. This is going to be just like Whose Line Is It Any Pony. The points are just like your YouTube friends. They don't matter.
Veggie gets minus 2 points for actually seeing through my clever disguise. So now the guys are winning. Ladies, come on, pick up the pace here.
He got 2 points or minus 2 points?
Plus 2 points.
What?
What? Are you questioning me?
Don't do it. It's a trap.
I do not question you, fearless leader.
There we go. 2 points for Seiji.
It was a what of shock and amazement at your wondrous, wise decisions, oh wise one.
I'll give you 1.5 points for the clear attempt at brown nosing.
And I love you.
I love you too. Just not giving you more points.
That's cruel.
Tough love, baby. All right. So, next question. Why is Indiana Jones afraid of snakes?
Because he had a bad experience when he was a child. He was
Oh, that's
bitten.
lame. I want to hear some creative responses here. Come on.
Bad
He
writing.
didn't let me.
There we
finish.
go. Bad writing. Okay.
Because they're bigger than him.
What?
What?
like pythons, right?
Like he's afraid of snakes, period. Now, when he was in that room full of cobras, I totally see that. But like constrictor snakes, no reason to be afraid of those, especially the small ones.
The small ones are cute. They're so cute, and they do the little tongue thing. They're like, oh, and they hug you. They hug your arm, and it's like, oh.
They hug you to death.
No.
They hug your finger, and they try and constrict your finger, like, I'm going to kill you, and you're like, oh, how cute death.
I freaking love snakes. When I was in high school, I had a biology teacher who actually had several ball pythons in her classroom, and she would let us like take them out during class. And I was especially fond of the biggest one. His name was Monty, and he was a python. He was a Monty Python, and I would always have him. And I'd always have him wrapped around my arm and my desk as I did homework and stuff in class. It was amazing. Monty Python, biology class, high school. Shout out to you, Miss Traeger. But yeah, that was awesome.
Okay, I think, Sage gets the point.
Yeah.
I
didn't even answer the question.
Doesn't matter. You get a point. And Adventure gets a point for... Yeah, Adventure gets a point for the bad writing quip, because that makes me happy. Okay, next question. Who is our mascot?
Soundwave.
Soundwave.
Okay, but no, who is our mascot?
She's a DJ straight from the 80s.
You're worried that one of the people in this panel is the person who wrote her character. Is this really a fair question?
It's not fair.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad.
And when did you think this show is actually fair?
I mean, yeah, but it's one thing with your judgment, which I respect, but I feel kind of bad. I mean...
Ouch.
Because technically anything I would say would be correct because I'm the original writer of her character, so I mean...
Okay, so spill it.
Okay. So, Soundwave is our mascot, as you know. Going off of Pony Vegeta Veggie's little quip, she is a DJ straight from the 80s. She is a music-loving pony. She has been spinning the tunes and stuff and whatnot since her fillyhood days, and she has loved it. She has always been a fan of the old music, and she gets super-duper crazy about it. I mean, typically she's very calm, very... kind of like Chickadee, very, very good with her words. Very calm, very good.
I'm calm.
And then, well, you're good with your words.
Thank you.
Oh, God.
Then when she talks about the music, she goes crazy and says really strange things like, I'm like a gem-covered rocket, and I just got a jet and shine, and you just don't know what it means. But then you do know what it means, but then you don't. But you do. And it's awesome.
Wild.
So
Chica.
she turns into a mean, lean jargon machine.
I like jargon.
I like jargon.
Do tell. To you, what is our mascot?
Well, without trying to restate what's already been said from the writer of the character, I'd say the visual representation of everything that makes us us.
Oh, very nice.
Ooh.
Actually, I kind of like that answer the most so far. Chica, it's all on you. A whimper. Okay, I'll give that 1 point.
No.
All right. Okay. So, let's see. 1 point to Chica for the whimper. 1 point to Pad. Sage? I'll give you half a point because, you did have the extra... No. You have 4 points.
4 points?
Yay?
Congrats.
Yes.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
You're winning.
Yay!
How many points do I receive?
Huzzah!
What would you do growing up to get rid of the monsters underneath your bed?
Kill them.
I did. I did the typical thing with the blanket. I believed and still believe that my blanket is an all-powerful force field that will keep all manners of harm away from me as long as I'm underneath the blanket. And the cost of that is being extremely warm underneath, which is bad because my body produces a lot of heat, but it's okay because I am safe from the boogeymen and monsters under my bed and closet and whatnot. I also
it's the
surround
worst thing
myself with
when you
pillows.
stick a foot out, though, right? Like, if you're so hot, you just stick one foot out, but then you feel like a monster's going to gobble that foot up, and you'll be like a stump. Later, when you wake up the next day, I'll have a stump for a leg. Like, oh, God!
Yeah, so I just stayed under my blankets, and I was safe. And then somehow in the morning, I'd have no blanket on top of me. I would kick it off in the middle of the night, and I somehow didn't die. So, I don't know. Take that how you will, but that was my strategy. It still is to this day. Monsters are real people.
Oh, yeah.
They are.
I'm going to be like the downer for this, but I never had that fear because underneath my bed was so jam-packed of old board games from my dad that there was no room for the monsters to be there. And the same with my closet. It was so jam-packed with stuff, there was no room for the monster, and that was how I combated it. Preemptively.
Logic.
I like that preemptively with board games. 1 point to the board game nerd.
I think half of them were missing pieces, and I never got to play them. But they were there, and they were occupying space, so the monsters couldn't.
Okay, so next question. In future episodes, we will probably have a better point system. What do you think it should be?
How many seals you can juggle?
Okay.
I
next.
think it should be on a scale of triangle to potato.
All right.
Potato scale.
How much can you lift? There we go.
Bro, do you even lift, bro?
Sage.
What?
Brilliant! That's like the best one I got out of all of those. I got, what was it, juggling seals, how much you can lift, and what's the last one? The right hypothesis triangle to a tomato?
I just said a triangle to a potato.
Yeah.
I didn't specify which triangle.
Yes. Sage wins that one for the only one that actually can write down on paper.
You can't write how much you can lift on paper or juggling seals on paper?
I don't have that much room on my pad here.
You are a horrible writer, sir.
I've bad handwriting.
Everyone, our leader.
Our fearless leader.
Thank you. Well,
Do you even shorthand, bro?
if you recall back in the last season, a certain Discord actually got reformed. Do you think this will last? And if so, why?
Well, he needs to go to Chaos Holics Anonymous.
Oh, God.
This is a deeper rooted problem. He's addicted to chaos, and you can't just say, oh, I'm just gonna, stop doing it, and then not get any help. I mean, he needs a support group. I know Fluttershy means well, but I mean, she may not know everything she needs to know. He probably needs to see a counselor and go to a couple CAs, and then maybe eventually he can be weaned off of his chaotic ways. This is a serious issue. It's a serious problem that needs to be dealt with in a serious manner.
And you know what? I'm going to have to wholeheartedly disagree with all of that. Because what's wrong with chaos as long as, it's, how do you say it, organized chaos?
Yeah, but see,
He
he's addicted. He's got a problem. He can't control it.
He doesn't have to go.
That's why he needs to go to Chaos Holics Anonymous.
He doesn't have to go flipping between night and day every 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes and then 1 minute because, it doesn't matter. He doesn't have to go flipping entire cities upside down.
Yeah, but he does.
You can turn a road into soap and watch a few ponies slip by on it and then turn it back. There's nothing wrong with some harmless pranks as nobody gets hurt and as long as it doesn't turn all of Equestria upside down. There's nothing wrong with a little chaos.
He's secretly crying out for help to all of us inside. On the inside, he's very sad.
I highly doubt that.
The inside is very sad, saying, "I'm addicted to chaos. I just want to be normal."
I don't see that at all. In fact, I want to see him turn a tree into a giant marshmallow. A giant rarity, if you will.
And eat the marshmallow.
That's perfect. Pat, what do you have?
Well, first I want to say, so it is written, so it shall be. Mm-hmm. Because it has been written into the script, so he is somewhat reformed. But I will side with Veggie that you can't just go from... You can't just have a 180. We've brought it up on other shows like My Little Breakdown, where we think it's going to be used for harnessed chaos, for the entertainment of the royalty. But I'm pretty sure we will see some shenanigans from him in the future. It might be organized shenanigans and maybe not as bad as as stellar as he wants them to be, but they'll probably still be there.
See, now wait a minute. How come my answer's not better than that? Because what Pat said was just suggesting that he's going to become a slave to royalty, wearing a dog collar like a fool, entertaining and juggling, glasses of juice that turn into chickens, and then Princess Luna and Princess Celestia are like, oh, it's so funny, oh, you're great, Discord, we'll toss you a breadcrumb and then toss you back into the dungeon for the night so you can't do anything crazy, because you are just a slave of chaos.
Chicky, calm down. I think you're taking
I will not calm down.
Chicky,
You see, if you keep calling Celestia and Luna that, Celestia is eventually going to offer you a bag of bananas. So I think it's best you stop at this point.
But during the episode, he was pretty much threatened with being turned into stone. How is that any better than being tossed in a cell overnight?
And besides, it's Discord. You can't just keep him in a cell.
You can just pop out.
He can materialize his head in Celestia's bedroom in the middle of the night and just taunt her all night.
Awkward.
Hey, how's it going? That's a nice pillow you got there. Dreaming about sugar plums? Huh?
He wouldn't technically have left the dungeon cell. only part of him. That's what I do.
Yeah. Okay. So that was actually a pretty good one. I'm going to go with Chickadee for at least having the most humane way of reforming Discord.
Thank you.
Okay, next question. What makes you smile?
My name is Pinkie Pie, and I am here to say I'm gonna make you smile or else and brighten up your day.
That makes me smile. One of many things, along which includes violence, comedy, other kinds of shenanigans, video games, other forms of violence, chaos, and many other things, like explosions.
I think I'm going to go with Veggie with the explosions answer, because explosions are awesome.
And it's always fun to be able to ignore an explosion as you walk away from it.
Oh, God, yes. All right. This next question is going to be worth, let's say, 3 points. Just to, because let's make this the last one before the winner forces me to answer a question for once. How do you make the perfect sandwich?
Sage, Chicky, how?
Oh!
No, you did not.
I had to. It was too
I
easy.
do not. I do not. No. Goodbye. I'm done. Bye. I'm done. Bye. All right. I am back. You want to know how to make a good damn sandwich? This is my good sandwich right here. It's bacon and more bacon and a little avocado, just because avocado is really good, and more bacon. Done.
You know what?
I approve.
I approve.
Yep, there we go. We have the winner at a landslide of 12 points. Sage.
Okay.
Do you have a question? Or do you not? Can you not defy me? Because nothing can defy
All
the
right,
great
my dear DJ
AJ.
Jack, my question for you is one of epic proportions that nobody knows the answer to, and you must answer it. You have no choice. Just do it. Okay. My question. It is brought. My question for you, dear sir.
Mm-hmm.
Why do noses run, but feet smell? Boom.
What's a foot?
I think we're done here.
I mean, look, we have hooves.